తెలుగులో మాట్లాడమంటారా, ఇంగ్లీష్లో మాట్లాడమంటారా? ఓకే, ఐల్ స్పీక్ ఇన్ హాఫ్ ఇంగ్లీష్ హాఫ్ తెలుగు. ఓకే. సో నార్మల్గా ఇలాంటి సిచ్యువేషన్లో the talks always go in terms of it's a day for thanking everybody. Thank you very much for making this organization what it is, and looking forward to great association and all that. But instead of me getting into all those things, I thought I'll just take up one example and one case basically, and take it through its logical conclusion, what exactly happened. And because this case is one which gives insights into why we are what we are today, and this case will also tell us what are our gaps and what we should do in the future to fill those gaps. About a month back, I got a call from one of my close family friends, somebody known to them, 50-year-old lady, swine flu, very bad lungs, came in a gasping stage. Oxygen saturations was about 50 or so. X-ray lo completely white lungs. Both lungs are completely flooded. We hardly see any air shadows. And she's a 50 సంవత్సరాల lady, no other problems, so only acute infective process. So this patient comes from a middle class family where affordability issues untai, but the patient's parents happen to be a groundwork, social work done by them with extensive contacts, but not much money. This patient vachinappudu everybody thought that this patient is gone, nothing much can be done. Somewhere around late in the night they came, and through their contacts they contacted many people. Everybody said there's no chance of survival. So that's the time when Dr. Chandra and Dr. Anuradha both of them got involved. There was serious discussion about we should do anything for this case or not. And finally, Aroj night, I think some of finances were mobilized, and she was put on ECMO. ECMO మీద పెట్టిన తర్వాత కూడా about 4-5 days there was no improvement. So there were a lot of calls because the family is well connected but middle class. So whether to continue or not, spending money is an issue for them, whether you should continue or not. So many people who called up and said, including people who are professionals like pulmonologists who called up and said, ఎందుకు పోయిన కేసు, you're unnecessarily making them spend money, this patient will not come back, and మీరు ఏమన్నా ఇండియాలో ఉన్నారా లేకపోతే మీరు ఏదైనా యుఎస్ ప్రెసిడెంట్ ట్రీట్ చేస్తున్నారా టైప్లో ఆల్సో దే స్పోక్ టు మీ. But somehow with Dr. Chandra and Dr. Anuradha's support, this patient was an ECMO for 18 days and was weaned off ECMO, was weaned off ventilator. Probably in another few days this patient will be discharged. Now ఈ పేషెంట్ క్లౌడ్ ఫండింగ్ గురించి ఇట్ వెంట్ ఆన్ టు లాట్ ఆఫ్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్స్. ఇట్ రీచ్ సో మెనీ పీపుల్ టు ఫండ్ దిస్ పేషెంట్, అండ్ lot of walking parks, Srinagar Colony, Jubilee Hills Parklu, all those lot of discussions went on about this case because the family comes from a social background and the parents were in public life at some point of time. Now these people keep interacting with me very frequently. They say, sir, iddaru devatalaga sir, they saved our family, everything went on. And people in US who said మీరు అమెరికా ప్రెసిడెంట్ ట్రీట్ చేస్తున్నారా, మామూలు వాడికి ట్రీట్ చేస్తున్నారు అన్నవాళ్ళు, నౌ దే హ్యావ్ టు ఈట్ దేర్ వర్డ్స్. అండ్ దే కాల్ మీ అండ్ సెడ్, బాస్ అసలు యువర్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్ ఈజ్ ఎక్సెప్షనల్. దేర్ ఆర్ వెరీ వెరీ ఫ్యూ కేసెస్, very few cases which come out like this, and it's all because of the efforts done by all the professionals in Star Hospital. And this went very much into the public. In the last 1 week లో 4-5 patients who came asking, సార్ మీకు చూపించుకోవాలని వచ్చాము, ఎందుకు వచ్చామంటే స్టార్ హాస్పిటల్ ఈజ్ నెంబర్ 1 సార్. నెంబర్ 1 ఎందుకురా అంటే ఆ పేషెంట్ చనిపోతూ ఆమెను కూడా బతికిచ్చారు. అసలు అందరూ చనిపోయారు అనుకున్నారు సార్, అసలు ఇది మిరకిల్, అది మా ఊర్లో చెప్పుకుంటున్నారు సార్ రచ్చబండ్ల దగ్గర, అలాగా కమ్యూనిస్ట్ ఫ్యామిలీ కదండి. సో దట్స్ హౌ, డిస్పైట్ మీ పుట్టింగ్ నో ఎఫర్ట్, I got 4 or 5 patients for cardiology because of the good work done by other professionals. But what is another very important thing is this patient was in ICU for 18 days on ECMO, about a month almost on in the ICU. No bed sore, perfectly good nursing. This is something exceptional, and the kind of work which our nursing people did is something exceptional. Now today, I think this one case gave so much of brand value to Star Hospital, and that is what, in fact, this is just a typical example of how we are rated very good in the hospital sector, basically because of all the efforts done by all you people. So what I would like to point out here is, I think we should continue to do this kind of professional work, give good services to the society, and in the process we get, the benefit out of that. But what we should also learn is, so much of good work went into so many people, and I always introspect what are our strengths and deficiencies. These are our strengths, the kind of professional work we give and the kind of services we give, resulting in saving many lives. But we should also look at our weaknesses. I think one major weakness which I think we have always had is admiring our people. We don't take time off to tell the people that you've done great work. If nursing people they've done exceptionally great work. 1 month without bed sore and great this thing. I don't probably, we never, as an administrator or as even as a professional, as a consultant, probably we never took time off to tell you people that you've done a great job. I think it's important to put this in future, and hopefully I think with our new facility also coming up, and we'll spend more time to recognize all this work. And thank you very much for all the great service, great work done by all my doctor colleagues, and we are what we are today because of their services, and the great work done by all the supporting services like nursing plus most of the other departments, which is building up a good brand name for our hospital. We did have some bottlenecks in the infrastructure. We do still have, but I think hopefully our new facility will address all of them. So on this Foundation Day, I would like to thank you all very much for all your services to the hospital. Thank you.